So some people say luck and load. I say luck and code. Going in.
So we were founded in 1676. So this is our 343rd year in business. That makes us the oldest hat shop in the world. It's the oldest retail business in London. That's actually the oldest shopfront in London. That's the shopfront was put in about 1710. And what makes it even more unusual, we're still family owned. So we're actually one of the oldest family businesses in the world now. So there's I think 35 companies globally which have been sort of family owned for over 300 years. And I think 16 of those in the UK, we're one of them. But we're beaten by butchers. So there's a butchers in Devon that have been there for 500 years. So yeah, we're still got a way to go for there. But it's a wonderful place to work. The building itself was built in 1605, so it's over 400 years old. So what you'll notice is nothing is straight. There's no straight edges anywhere, and the floorboards tend to say, if you feel like you've had a few drinks, it's not that. It's
So we have those.
Well, I'll let you off. I'm going to have something in afterwards. But, so obviously we've been famous over the years for inventing lots of hats, and actually so this year's quite an important year because this year is the 170th anniversary of the bowler hat, or in North America, is anyone from North America at all?
Yeah,
Derby hat. We at Locks, we call that a cook hat, just to confuse things, and the reason being is that the man who commissioned it was called Thomas Cook. And that's what it became known as a bowler hat because the factory it made was owned by the Bowler brothers. So this year's 170th anniversary of that, so that's quite important. Now, what's interesting about the connection with Bond?
Hello there.
Is it actually goes back. It goes back, far beyond the books because obviously we hatted Fleming. Obviously, as we all know, obviously so much of Bond was Fleming. You see that in every book a bit more comes out, and very much his taste in clothes and things like that. But we've actually got and I thought it's not. We've actually got a record of Fleming buying a brown trilby here, which I wouldn't be surprised as a Sandown.
We talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah, and I'm pretty certain
So you can get a
was
Connery and a Fleming all in one, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's so that is quite and what you find, especially in this street, as you've been to places like Florence, you've been to Fox's.
No, we've had to keep our list fairly short. You obviously,
it's a marathon.
That we're ending on a high, as David was saying.
So, and again, what you would find is probably the area itself, obviously, with the clubs and things like that. All the names have changed, we have blades and things like that. But effectively, the places are real places. Now, one of the things that we're very lucky to do here is we do, we get to hat a completely eclectic mix of people. So we will see a taxi driver. Then we see an ambassador, then we see a film star, then we see a doctor, and that's fantastic. We get people from all walks of life. But we do a lot of work with films. Now in modern time, again, we deal direct with the film companies, production companies, and incidentally, although I shouldn't be telling you this.
That's great.
We signed a non-disclosure.
So obviously. We have done sort of many hats for films now. We've obviously one of the most famous hats we did obviously was the hat for Odd Job which was obviously was customised, and that's a hat that was actually it's a modified hat called a Cambridge, which actually is a hat that Churchill used to wear. But obviously you can actually change the dimensions. So sometimes when you look at photographs of it, it's not ever the same hat because you can make it shorter or longer.
And is the shape, would that be considered a bowler hat? Is that like
no, it's actually its own style called a Cambridge, but it's sometimes called a flat top bowler.
Okay.
So basically, if you imagine a bowler hat that's been squashed,
yes,
it's a bit like that with a rounded edge, and that Churchill was, that's a hat Churchill used to sort of wear a lot. So the fallow period was in the 70s. a lot of sort of hat wearers have went out. I think just in general in the 70s. So there's not a lot from that era. But when you get through to sort of films like View to a Kill or see Living,
License to Kill, yeah.
So obviously we'd have used the grey top hat, which is called the ascot for Timothy Dalton, and that's quite nice because the chaps are coming to be fitted. So we have a machine called a conformator, which fits the hard hats, which I'll show you that in a minute. That's quite interesting. But the other nice thing is that above and beyond doing hats for the films, the actors themselves actually have come in to buy just hats for themselves. So a very good customer is Pierce Brosnan.
All right.
So we see him quite often. Very nice chap. So when he comes, he always buys he buys the same hat actually sometimes. Which I'm not sure he forgets he's got it or he's lost it. That's fine. We're quite happy to help him. So it's always the same hat. So we see him quite a lot. Roger Moore used to sort of buy his hats here as well, and there was I think he was in a Sherlock Holmes film where he wore a bowler hat, so that would have come from ourselves here as well actually. But in recent times, because we've done hats for obviously Spectre, I think they also did stuff at Dino a Day, but I don't know what that would have been actually, because I can't put a finger on the hat that we wore in that. But I know we did do Dino a Day.
These guys would know.
Which hats for Spectre?
Well, this is the one.
Yeah, it's a black ski cap that he wore when he was at the sort of health retreat.
Oh, see, this is people like some people say it's acne, some people say it's
we've had people that have actually been within the archives.
Right, okay.
That are doing research. So.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's sort of quite nice. So we, that for us, the association goes back for many years. And obviously, the Sandown, which is a famous hat, which is worn by Connery in sort of Dr. No. And when we were saying, I think when Blair came last time, it's quite a strange hat to fit in with me because he's quite a tall guy, and really that's an atypical style of hat. Really would have been a wider brim, but it just sort of works. And I think the style of at that time was quite sharp, narrow lapels and things like that. It probably fitted the time.
But so many people thought it was grey, but it was brown.
Yeah, we had a conversation. Well, I think a lot of it comes down to, I think, especially a lot of the recolouring of films. Yeah. And I'm pretty certain you look at even like some of the old prints. I've seen that, and it almost looks almost a greeny grey.
Yeah, greeny grey.
But if you see some of the later sort of HD stuff, you get a better colour to it. But you always change it. Now we have made that hat in grey, but not then.
Yeah.
We didn't make it in grey to the 80s. But we no longer do. So again, it's only in brown actually, and still actually one of the best-selling hats we make. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you through to our archive room. So it's a bit of a squeeze. When you go in there, there's two steamers we use to fit hats. Please don't touch them because they may have been used recently. I don't want anyone to hurt them. You guys all know your stuff, so you're probably going to know what the hat is. If I show you this name, if you don't get it, then you're all rubbish. You need to go. So does that ring a bell? 21.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh wow!
So, if I show you this one, this is a new hat for this summer. So it's a limited production.
Oh
my God!
Oh come on!
No
Look at
way.
that.
So is that?
That's
wow.
new. Yeah.
So the band's a bit different though.
Yeah, the band, because that band can't be reproduced anymore.
Right.
So that's the hat that
That's
we
a
made
ruched
for
ribbon.
Connor, yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Is it metal? No.
No.
It's safe, this one. And that's lovely. And the lovely thing is we had I had a chap come in a few weeks ago, totally unrelated, and he was looking at this, and he was looking at it, and he came to me. He said, it really reminds me of the hat that Sean Connery wore in Goldfinger. I said, yeah, that's because it is. So I said, yeah, well done. So, and the funny, obviously, it's been an amazing success so far, in as much as we've basically sold through.
Oh, so it's limited runners.
Yeah, we're getting some more coming. It's been so successful. We've actually in actual fact, so what we've done, and this sounds we've actually changed the name of the hat to slow down the sales. So this is now known as Palm Springs.
So what was the name again?
It's Stoke Park.
Okay. Size 59, please.
Yeah. 57, sorry.
All right.
They are coming back in stock again, so if you can always contact me, I can let you know. But yeah, so and that's obviously a really nice nod back to what we do, and we don't sort of shout about it, but the fact of it is it's just a really great hat. You don't often, and also you don't often see a black Panama. Very, very
No.
rare to
No,
see a
no,
black
that's
Panama actually.
really
So
nice.
yeah. And also suits most people actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not many people. It looks good on that actually. It's
Wow.
a nice hat.
And
Is
so
the
is
name correlated to some part of the hat, or is just in the catalog it's called that?
Well, on the website, mate, it's called Palm Springs,
Right.
and that was my.
But on the
that's-
inside label, is it?
Yeah, there's no,
No.
there's no
Okay.
name inside.
Got
Obviously,
it.
you would have to sort of lock label. We've never actually put names in
Yeah,
inside. So
true.
what we tend to do is when people buy the hats, inside the hat box, we'll actually on the lid of it, we'll actually write down the name, the size,
nice.
and the date. So if people ever lose the hat, they've got it. But I thought I'd show you that. I thought you'd appreciate
Oh,
it.
and
wow.
that's
Wow.
strong. Yes,
Yes, it's a Panama. Yeah, there you go. So it's a hand woven Ecuadorian Panama.
So is that one you can roll, or is that one you can't roll?
I can't remember. Anything with a structured crown.
Oh, it's got a
you
stretch.
can't-
I can
you
see
can't-
the
you
inside.
can't
Yeah,
roll it.
yeah.
It's too cool to roll that one.
Do the
That
roll ones?
is-
How do the roll ones work? This is very selfish. I'm asking.
They effectively they have a centre crease down the it's like a dome of crown, which allows you to almost turn it into almost like a sort of cone shape when you
Right.
use travel at harsh. Rolling panels, I have to say, you never see. I think you never see Bond wearing a rollable panel. And the reason being, they have an unusual look to them, and a lot of people don't like them just because of the look, because you've got that sort of. It's not particularly elegant in all things. It does a job. So I think I think it works for people that are actually travelling,
Right.
or you're going to work
We're
somewhere.
gonna use
abroad.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only downside, of course, obviously, the more often you roll it, the less longevity it has, because effectively, you think when this is a woven tequila palm leaf. So the skill in making that is to get a natural fibre into a shape that it was
Doesn't
never
normally
intended to go
naturally.
into.
Yeah.
So if you got something you roll it, obviously you do sort of it tends to sort of wear out more quickly, and also you get people just roll it incorrectly and destroy them really.
Yeah.
But,
There's an actual technique to rolling.
yeah, there's a way. We show people how to do that. But other than that, if you're travelling with Panama, if you're travelling with that, there's two ways to do it. The first one, the easy one, is to wear it. And when you get on a plane, if you've got some space, pop it in the overhead. Or if you've got a hard suitcase,
Yeah.
put underwear and socks inside the crown. First thing in the suitcase or in a hard suitcase,
Oh.
and then pack around.
So when I